The N3 highway near the Moy River toll plaza in KZN has been a site of destruction. Supporters of former President Jacob Zuma have torched over 20 trucks and vehicles, forcing the closure of the highway. The protesters are demanding the former president be released from prison. eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge is following the story now, so let's cross over to him live on the N3 for the latest update. Spa, talk to us about how things are looking this evening.
Still chaotic. The N3 is still closed. It's been like that since yesterday night when more than 20 trucks were set alight. My colleague Bongamkize will show you now that trucks are being diverted to use alternative routes because it's really chaotic here. The freeway is still closed. The Moy River toll plaza is not operational as we speak. Cleaning and mop-up operations are currently underway. It's been chaotic since yesterday night. At the center of it is a shutdown protest by former President Jacob Zuma's supporters. It's been going on across many parts of KwaZulu-Natal. The gist of it really is that supporters of former President Jacob Zuma, who is incarcerated at Escort prison, they want him freed. They are saying they've embarked on a campaign to free former President Jacob Zuma. Bongamkize will show you on my left here that the freeway is still closed there. As you can see that nothing is moving there. We were able to drive to go to see the spot where the trucks were torched. Some trucks that were set alight are still inside behind those toll gates that you see over there. So it will take a while for that to be cleared, but traffic authorities and those who are responsible for cleaning up the mess say they are hopeful that at least in a couple of hours time from now it could be that the freeway could be opened, but for now it's not clear yet. But we have also received reports that more trucks are stuck on the other side of this freeway, which is the alternative route. Those who are familiar with KwaZulu-Natal and how we can surroundings will know of a place called Tuede. That's where many trucks are. After this, we'll go there and check out on that situation.
Yeah, and also I do see a police van right at the back of you, Siphamandla, but in terms of police presence and perhaps police visibility to maybe contain the situation or prevent another sporadic protest that leads to the subsequent torching of trucks, how are we faring where police presence is concerned?
There is police visibility, I don't want to lie to you, but where it gets tricky is that police are stretched in this regard. The freeway is quite long, so they will come here and monitor these trucks that are crossing here. And once they are done with monitoring these trucks, you will find that they will receive information and reports that there is another possible incident somewhere else where there are reports of looting. Before we started this interview, there were unconfirmed reports that some people near Twede are planning to loot trucks. So police will basically drop everything, rush to where they receive information about another possible chaos or anarchy or criminality. So it's been a very difficult 24 hours for the police because they keep on chasing these reports about possible burning of trucks. So there are police here who are monitoring the situation, but they've been up and down since yesterday night.
Yeah, it certainly is a very tense situation to contend with. As we're following the stories, Siphamandla, we saw earlier on this afternoon where we've got the provincial government calling for calm, where the presidency also released a statement calling for calm. But when you're looking at the sentiment on the ground, right, irrespective of what's been happening yesterday, what is the atmosphere like? What are people saying? What are people feeling? Is it just complete, we want Zuma released and we will not stop even if we have to go into anarchy mode? Or we've got pockets of society which are just not interested? Where are we at in terms of the pulse of the province?
Based on the information and reports that we are receiving, those who are circulating WhatsApp messages, they are saying this is just a start. You haven't seen anything yet. They are saying that as of tomorrow they will be intensifying their campaign. There are reports about towns such as Ladysmith, Escort, Newcastle, Pietermaritzburg that will be shut down according to the information that is circulating. Whether that will happen or not, it remains to be seen. There are also reports about towns in the south coast of KwaZulu-Natal, including Machis Nelson, Ezingolweni, Potchefstroom. So it seems as if this will intensify unless law enforcement authorities and crime intelligence do something to prevent this anarchy that has been going on. Because those who are saying they support former President Jacob Zuma, they say they want him freed and they will do anything and everything to make sure that they sustain their campaign. They have threatened to halt the operations in Durban, the province's economic hub. The fact that the N3 is closed as we speak for more than 24 hours, you can imagine the economic impact here. This is a strategic trade route which connects KwaZulu-Natal, the Free State, as well as Gauteng, but it goes beyond the borders of South Africa. One of the biggest and busiest ports in South Africa and in the continent is in Durban. Some of the trucks that were torched were going to provinces that are inland carrying goods. You can imagine job losses here. People were driving those trucks now, more than 25 trucks that were charged, and you can imagine the products that were there. The economy of the country has been brought to a grinding halt by this. Yes, many people will say this is happening in KwaZulu-Natal, but it's affecting the rest of the country. Hence, President Cyril Ramaphosa is calling for calm. But the question really is, they should have anticipated this because it's been publicly spoken about. What did they do about it? The torching of the trucks on the N3 is not something new. It's been happening. You know that every time there is a protest that is planned, one of the most critical targets will be the N3, the Moy River Toll Plaza, but it was not prevented.
Yeah, Siphamandla Goge will leave it there for now, obviously tracking that story for us this evening, quite a long evening, one may say, for our colleagues there, just giving us the latest insight, and of course we'll continue with that coverage right here on eNCA. While